Hi Pete, this is Glenn, this is Finn, main driver. He drives a 4SS Daniel Ricciardo car.
You do the mechanical work yourself?
Yes.
Welcome back to Pete the Surfaroo. Big day here at the Speedway here for the go-karts. It's Kevin here, mate. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good, yeah.
Now you're working on your vehicle here. When are you going out racing?
45 minutes or so, yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Now I'm quite amazed by what you were telling me. You said some of the races range from 7 years old.
Yep, they get started at 7, yeah.
Wow, that is crazy, yeah.
Yep.
And they reach speeds of 100.
Yeah, about 100, yeah. The midget rookies, well, now it's cadets, 85, 90 mark.
Wow.
But, the seniors are doing, 100, 110 in some of the categories, yeah.
Crazy. And how old is the oldest senior here?
The oldest one that I know of here today is Hev Costa. He's 70.
Wow.
So I think he turned 70 on Monday. So yeah.
We've got to go check him out and see what he's doing. Now tell us about the motor. Is there much in there?
It is. It's quite a technical sport when you get right into it. Like everything, it looks pretty basic up front. The further you get into it, the more involved it gets. And basically, the engines now that we run are all, in the category I run, are all 125 water cooled. Their rev range is between about 7,000 off the slow turns and up to about 16,000 down the straight.
So they're not the old lawnmower motor?
No, it's come a little way since those days, yeah.
You got your race coming up, so you got a few things to spruik up
get
here.
it ready for next
We'll
one.
go out and meet the man, 70 years old. I'm dying to meet him. See you soon, guys. Yeah. I'm here with Kev Costner here at the racetrack. It is going off. It's on Saturday. Finals are on Sunday. You're hitting 70 years young, mate. How long have you been doing this for?
28 years.
Well, it's a big time now. Have you had any close calls?
I've only been in one accident. I tipped over and once, and that's all.
And no bad stuff?
No.
How much does one of these weigh, and do you have to be in a weight category?
Yes, the kart weighs about 82 kilos and I weigh 82, so in my class I've got to carry 16 kilos of lead.
How are you rated in your race team? Are you up there?
I'm normally midfield. I've been to Australian Masters games and Australasian games in Adelaide and raced against people overseas.
Master games, I compete in swimming. I've done really well in that too. So it's a way to go. You got to get into the sport. This is another type of sport. It's got a lot of adrenaline, and it's a way to go for anyone to compete in it. Dominic and David, guys, how are you?
Yeah, well, thanks, buddy.
Just about minutes away from the race. How's the adrenaline pumping there, Mr. Dominic?
Hi.
Yeah. Now, how old are you?
12.
12 years old. And speeds, what sort of speeds are you getting at?
93 k's an hour.
That is amazing stuff for a 12-year-old to be able to drive Dad's car, right? Yeah. And Dad, how long's he been doing it for, and how did you get him into it?
He's been doing it for 3 years now.
Wow.
We started in the very beginner class a couple of years ago and gradually moved up.
If there's some kids that want to get into it, is it a very expensive sport to get set up and get into the sport?
It can be. You can make it what you want it to be.
Yeah. Roughly, what's it worth to get a setup like this and get on the track?
Probably about 10,000.
About 10 grand?
Yeah.
Okay guys, we can see it, sports in the blood, and of course if you want to do something exciting like this, and it might lead him up to being a Grand Prix driver as well, because that's what a lot of these kids are becoming. Is that right? Is that what you want to become?
Yeah.
Yep. Way to go, guys. Keep your eyes out for this little dude here, Dominic, Glenn and Anthony. Guys, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Really good. Now you guys are pretty well set up. You got 3 go-karts here. It's going off. When are you racing?
We just done our head just then. We're
How'd you
in
go?
Masters. Yeah, not too bad. Started 18th, finished 16th. Bit of carnage as normal at the end of the straight. So
That sounds good. And what about yourself?
Yeah, same deal. This is only my second race meeting altogether, so I'm still learning. I'm at the back, just out here having a bit of fun, really. So
Way to go. Now your ages, of course?
I'm 43.
43?
I'm the same.
Yep. What's it cost to get a big setup like this going?
You can come in at an entry level budget, or you can go full on and spend a lot of money. 10, 15k with a trailer.
Right.
And then you can get off and start going.
Wow. Is there a lot of entry fees you have to pay as well to get into these competitions?
It's normal club fees, get your KA license, and obviously we're on P, so we're going to do the 4 rounds of good behaviour driving, and then we can go to the next level.
What have you got behind the wheel on these?
These are Rotax 125. These are restricted. Mine's a bit of an older ones because I'm only learning.
Yeah. Is it diesel, petrol?
Just petrol.
What's the fastest you've had it at?
The fastest I've been is down this track at 100k. So
100k's, man, that's fast.
That's fast when you load to the ground.
Any wipeouts?
Yeah, I just had one then.
Yeah?
Somebody spun in front of me and I just hit the brakes too hard and spun to miss them pretty much.
So it can get pretty dangerous out there.
Oh, it's not so much dangerous. You just got to keep your wits about you. Just sort of try and avoid the accidents. It's mainly at the starts. Whenever you've got spots well together. Once we sort of spring out of it,
Sounds good.
it's not too bad.
Wish you both luck. See you soon, guys.
Thank you so much. See ya.
Abby and Brian, guys, how are you?
Good yourself?
Really good. Now, lucky to catch up with one of the female drivers here. How long have you been doing it for? 1 year. What's it like being behind that wheel?
Very adrenaline rushing.
It would be, eh?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And what's some of the speeds you've reached?
About 80 or 90 in Dolby in the 125.
There is a difference between tar and concrete and whatever, yeah?
difference.
Which one's better?
This one.
This one.
Yeah. I hear this is the best in Australia.
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And where do you guys come from?
Dolby.
Dolby. Right, good stuff. To maintain, keep it update, and to get into a sport like this for girls or guys out there, roughly how much are we looking at?
Well, the kart itself costs about $3,000.
Yep.
The tyres are 250 to 280 a set. You know, depending on whether you have to buy another set. It's always pays to have spare wheels. It can be a cheap sport, but it can be an expensive sport. Depends on how much you put into it. You know?
That's it. Do you compete against guys as well, or is it a girls category?
Yeah, there are some girls, but
Not as
not a
big.
lot.
We are getting a lot of girls that are getting up there and winning these big races. Young, aspiring lady drivers getting up there, doing it for Australia,
That's what we
as we
want.
do, guys. Oi, oi, oi.
Go the girls.
And Jared, how are you, mate?
Good. How are you, Pete?
Really good. Mean machine here. Tell us a bit about the machine. What's behind it?
This one's a Cosmic. They come out of Italy.
Now, how long have you been racing for?
Been racing since I was 12 and I'm 30 years of age now.
Best speed you've had?
About 120.
Holy moly, that's a big one there, mate.
Yeah.
And of course, any stacks?
Had a couple in my time, but
Nothing too bad. Fingers crossed. It's going to be a mean fight for the winner tomorrow.
will.
I wish you all the best, mate. We're here with Kobe Barton. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Mate, it's good to be here on the course. Now, you're only a spring chicken in this sport. Tell us a bit about how you got into it.
I was a motocross racer for 19 years and always had an interest in karts, and then I sort of wasn't racing anymore and just thought I'd make the switch before I get too old.
This is a good platform to get into the professional racing if you're really keen and you're young.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Going.
Yeah.
Well, mate, good luck out there in the trials and, of course, the big one on Sunday. So we'll get you out. Where are you from, by the way?
Gold Coast.
Another Gold Coast here, all going off. Pete the Surfaroo will see you shortly. Bye for now.